It's the Dr. Holiday Show, solving all of your holiday conundrums, one celebration at a time.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Dr. Christmas Show. I'm your host, Yvonne Lacey, also known as Dr. Christmas, and thanks for joining the podcast where we talk about all things holiday. Don't forget to subscribe to the Dr. Christmas newsletter. You can do that on my website at drchristmas.com. That's drxmas.com. Just throw in your email and I will send you the newsletter so that you are up to speed on all things holiday as I bring you the big holidays, the little holidays, and getting you prepared to celebrate and enjoy yourself because you deserve it. I've got a bunch of things to share with you for November as you wrapped up your October with, I hope, a festive and wonderful Halloween and, of course, the celebration of the Day of the Dead. And you have packed up your Halloween costume and put that away and have taken out all things turkey, all things Thanksgiving, and you are counting the days until pumpkin pie and turkey and cranberry sauce and seeing your family and being thankful and all those good things. On the 23rd of the month is our Thanksgiving. So I'm very excited about that. I hope you are too. And yes, we are in November. So much going on. One of the things that is going on, of course, as you probably listening to this podcast, is Veterans Day. Yes, Saturday the 11th is Veterans Day. That's the day that we set aside to say thank you to all of those who have served and all of our veterans. November 11th marks the end of World War I. If you weren't sure why it became a holiday, that's when it became a holiday back in 1918 when the treaty was signed, also called Armistice Day. Say that 10 times fast. But that is why we celebrate Veterans Day. So we've got that on tap. And we also, I'm sure, are noticing that it's a lot darker earlier in the day. Yes, earlier. Because we did the whole fall back thing on the 5th. So hopefully you got used to that and you've changed all of your clocks. I have a few that are still lagging. Hopefully you're better than I am. And don't forget to change your batteries. Remember, that's the time where you're supposed to check your smoke detectors and all of that good stuff, everything that runs on batteries, and put some fresh batteries in because you don't want those dying out on you. What else have we got for this glorious month of November? Well, we also have something very exciting, which was my book release. It's pretty exciting to me. Very happy to say that Taking Back Your Holidays, A Whimsical Guide to a Lighter, Brighter Christmas, debuted very well for the launch. And if you hadn't heard, it hit number 1 in 18 categories on Amazon. And the ebook was downloaded over 6,000 times. So that was a record for my publishing company. Very excited. And they called it a little unicorn. That's sweet. So I hope you had a chance to read the book and get the book. If you haven't, it is available on Amazon. You can get there on my site as well. Click on the book link and it'll take you to where you can purchase it online. It makes a great gift for the holidays. It's one of those that's under that $25 limit and great to share with friends and family and members who either love Christmas or dread it. So it's a way to get through, and I hope you enjoy it. Love to hear all your feedback, and if you like the book, please leave a review on Amazon. I am having a fun week of signing books for people. I have an event on, this Friday in Burbank. So if you're hanging out on that side of California in Burbank, I will be at the Mindful Nest, which is a great little shop down on Magnolia, which they call Magnolia Park. So the event is called Holiday in the Park, and I believe it's from 5 to 9. They're closing the streets down, so get there early. There's lots of food and fun and shopping and gifts to buy and to get you into the pre-holiday spirit for those of you that want to get an early start. And we should be getting an early start because, believe it or not, there's only, not to stress you out because that's the last thing I want to do, but to prepare you so that you can plan and enjoy. There's about 43 days until Christmas. So, over a month, plenty of time to enjoy your Thanksgiving and then enjoy Christmas time. But it doesn't hurt to do a little planning now, maybe grab a few gifts here and there. If you're thinking about somebody in particular, it might be a great place to go is Holiday in the Park. That's again in Burbank. And then on Saturday, the 18th, I'm having my book release party down in Playa del Rey. So again, if you're in California and can make it, that is fantastic. It's from 10 a to 3 p. over at Flowers by Felicia, which is this adorable shop that's a gift shop, and she's a florist as well as a coffee bar. So it has everything you need. So it's a beautiful place, and I'll be signing books there, and you can pick up a copy there if you'd like. And I would just love to say hello. Come on by. Bring the kids. There's going to be some crafts going on and a special guest in the afternoon. So I hope you'll come by and enjoy that. And what else have we got for the month of November? Lots of fun odd dates other than the national big holiday of Thanksgiving. Of course, we have Black Friday, which happens the day after Thanksgiving, where people go out and shop and have a great time with that for those that like it. But there are some that prefer not to go shopping and would rather just stay home. Well, you're not alone. It's actually an official holiday called Buy Nothing Day. Yes, it was invented by a Canadian, I guess invented or petitioned to have the day of Buy Nothing Day, officially, the day after Thanksgiving, who was a member of Adbusters back in 1992. And the whole idea was to sort of boycott commercialism and find the real spirit of the holiday and enjoy Christmas for what it truly means. So for him, it was don't buy anything. So if you subscribe to that, then I think, yay for you. You can be part of the Adbusters movement and participate in the Buy Nothing Day. Like me, maybe you'll stay home in your pajamas and listen to Christmas music, because that, my friends, I think is officially when it's okay. You know, if you like early Christmas carols and you're listening to them already, nobody can complain the day after Thanksgiving. It's game on. It's carols on. So love that Christmas music. I sneak some in a little early sometimes too. But officially speaking, I hold to the day after Thanksgiving as my official carol starting. On the 16th, it's the Great American Smokeout. So you might remember that, trying to, quit that habit that isn't so good for you. Or if a loved one's smoking, you might remind them that the 16th is the Great American Smokeout. That you can put that cigarette out, at least for the day. Maybe it'll start a new healthy habit for you, and you can give up smoking altogether. We've got, of course, National Pizza Day, which falls on the 12th. Don't forget that. There's World Kindness Day on the 13th. And the following week is all about getting prepared for the Big Bird and Thanksgiving Day, followed by Black Friday, which could also be Do Not Buy Day, officially. And, of course, there's Cyber Monday. So those that like to stay home in their padded pajamas and do some shopping on the internet, it's all about the sales. And, of course, all those companies that want you to buy their wear and their goods on Monday using your computer so that stuff just shows up. Santa with a click, and it'll be at your house in no time, which is always a great way to relieve stress before we roll into that next month, that December one. Wow, at the end of the year. If you're starting to feel the stress already, all I can say is stop, don't, breathe, and maybe pick up my book so that you can let go of the stress and enjoy the moment and being in the season, because we're officially in the holiday season. And it should feel good, and it should feel fun and festive and give you the warm and fuzzies as opposed to a big headache. Try and look to the brighter side, get some tips and tricks from my book. And if you are a holiday lover, then this is your time. Smile, shine. It's the best time of the year. Definitely. There's a lot of other fun things going on in November, not just particular holidays, but things that can get you into the season. And I have to tell you, one of the most exciting movies that I've seen in quite some time, I'm going to have to get a hold of Mosky from Mosky and the Movies, who was on during Halloween for a list of the scariest movies for Halloween. But I want his opinion on this wonderful movie. Well, it looks wonderful to me. I believe it comes out November 22nd officially, but it is The Man Who Invented Christmas. So, of course, I'm all over that. It looks like an incredible movie which dives deep into, sort of the psyche and the thought patterns of Charles Dickens, who happens to be my favorite author and author of The Christmas Carol. And this movie looks fabulous. So I think I should put up a trailer somewhere on my blog or somewhere so that you can see it. I think I will do that. I'm so excited to see that movie. It just looks phenomenal. So be on the lookout for that if you're a Christmas movie lover, to get you into the spirit. It stars Dan Stevens and Christopher Plummer and Jonathan Pryce. And to me, you just can't go wrong with Christopher Plummer. Whatever he touches is pretty much magic. So super looking forward to seeing that. And there's also, of course, the movie Coco by Pixar, which is all about the Day of the Dead, de los Muertos. So much fun to say. That also officially releases on the 22nd. So along with good food and good friends and family, hopefully you are gearing up to have a wonderful Thanksgiving, whether you're doing a Friendsgiving and having a bunch of people over who are or can't make it home for the holiday, or you are seeing your family, or perhaps you're doing some charity work. Do your planning now. Make sure it's what you want to do so that you can own your holiday and have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Hopefully by now you're sort of into the spirit of things, and I'd love to share a story with you. So I'd like you to just sort of sit back and listen to this one because it really did touch my heart, and I thought it important to share with you. I received a catalog in the mail, and this catalog, I usually go through my mail very quickly and throw it away, anything that comes in paper form, because I like to keep it paper-free, paperless. But I do look at the catalogs and usually, toss them unless there's something exciting or intriguing in the catalog. And I received a catalog that I had not ever seen before. And I took a look at the catalog quickly, and I sort of slowed down because right away the pictures were so beautiful and the clothing was just, I thought, gorgeous. And I thought to myself, wow, I really like this stuff. And I kept looking through the catalog and realized that it reminded me so much of my mother, who passed away, as some of you know, last November. And it was just a reminder of her, because some of the things that she loved the most were clothing. She was a great dresser and had really great taste. And perfumes. She loved perfumes. And she also had this thing with quilts and comforters. She could never get enough of new quilts and comforters for her bed. And she would change them often and loved, different ones and different patterns for each season. So those were sort of high on her list of things that she really loved, along with shoes. So in looking at this catalog, that's exactly what was in this catalog. It was shoes and perfume and beautiful clothes and comforters. And all of these wonderful, soft things. And it made me think of my mom so much. So I thought, I've never seen this catalog before. And I turned it over and I realized the catalog wasn't supposed to come to me. It was for my neighbor down the street who shares a similar address. And the postman just sort of messed up. And so, okay, I put the catalog to the side and I kept thinking I'm going to take that back to them. But something about it really touched me. I just thought the catalog was so well done and the pictures were so beautiful, and it really got me into the fall spirit, not to mention thinking about my mom. So I did something that I've never done before. I sat down and I looked at the beginning of the catalog, and of course there was an editor and an owner and an email address, and so I wrote the catalog company. And I just shared with them what I shared with you right now in a quick little email telling them how much I enjoyed it and thank you for the beautiful pictures and a nice catalog. And I did tell them I've never written a catalog before. And that was it. I let it go. A couple weeks went by, and lo and behold, there was a box at my door. And I thought I didn't really order anything. And it was a big box. What the heck? So I brought it in and I opened it up. And inside was the most beautiful blanket, this throw blanket. I mean, really nice. It was called the Paris Faux blanket. And it was from this company. And it was the most thoughtful, I thought, gift imaginable, along with a personal note, handwritten to me, that said thank you for my email. And that when they had read it, they wanted to give me a big warm hug, and they were very sorry for the loss of my mom, and that they thought she was probably just terrific and a dynamic woman, and they wanted to send me something. The next best thing to a hug was this blanket to enjoy for the winter and for those lovely cold nights, and to snuggle up with it along with the catalog. And I couldn't believe it. It just threw me for a loop, because there's not been a lot of kindness this year. And I think we all are hurt by a lot of things that are going on in the world, whether it's politically, whatever our beliefs are. The Mother Nature has not been kind to us this year with fires and hurricanes and earthquakes. And of course, with shootings that just don't make any sense and leave us all feeling a little bit vulnerable and a lot sad and thinking that mankind, womankind, all of us are doomed or basically evil. And something like this happens, and I'm reminded about the kindness and generosity in people. And I think back to all the tragedies that have happened this year, and I'm looking at the people that are really getting involved and did get involved and helped everyone, and the heroes and heroines that helped everybody during the disasters and coming together and helping people during the fires. I had friends here in Southern California that collected items and drove up to Northern California to hand those out to fire victims and people who lost everything. I knew so many people who went to help with in Mexico with the earthquakes, and of course the flooding in Houston and in Puerto Rico and in Miami. We just all the wonderful people that got together to help each other. And to me, that's what matters, right? That down deep, each one of us wants to give and to feel the love and protection of others, our fellow humans. So I say cheers to that and cheers to the company that did that. I mean, I'm a fan for life. And if you're wondering who the company is, it's Soft Surroundings. It's I believe, a North Carolina company, and the clothing is just beautiful. So if you get a chance to look at their items, take a look at Soft Surroundings. I will put that up on my blog so you can see how beautiful their items are, and perhaps shop there for the holidays if you can or need some of those items. No one ever needs anything, but you know what I mean. If you need a gift for someone special and you take a look at their stuff, it's really quality and it's gorgeous. And no, they're not paying me a dime. This isn't a sponsored podcast. I just wanted to share that with you and to get across the feeling of hope and the gratitude and gratefulness that is out there. And how wonderful they were. So thank you, Soft Surroundings, for that. And again, all of you who have a chance to shop there, I hope you do. And I hope that'll remind you about the charitable season that's coming upon us through November and December. If you can give a little, if you can give a lot, whether it's your time, whether it's your love, whether it's your patience in our very, very busy world, I hope that you will do that and find some magic in this season. We'll be talking very soon, so I will have another podcast coming up, an important one, great episode that I think you are really going to get into, which does talk about that big topic that's on our mind as we get close to the holidays, and that's money and how to hang on to it versus giving it all away. We want to give it in the right places. So if we are going to give it away, we want to give away the right charities and the right amount of gifts and just spend enough so that it's the right amount of cheer without going overboard. So I think you'll enjoy that on the next podcast. For now, I say take care of yourself, and thanks for listening to the Dr. Christmas Show, and reach out with comments and suggestions and all of your traditions and history. I love to hear about it, and I hope to see you at one of the signings. Check it all out on my website at drchristmas.com.
The Dr. Christmas podcast is recorded at Resonant Audio and produced by Second Sense Creative.